You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
How are we feeling about the now coachless Toronto Maple Leafs?
I mean, I kind of saw it coming. I was feeling like Craig Berube was on his way out towards the end of the year, but as soon as Chayka got hired, it feels like they're just kind of trying to do a little bit of a clean start here.
If anybody missed the news yesterday, the new general manager recently hired and, according to reporters, potential scam artist John Chayka has fired Craig Berube as the head coach, which it's tough because firing someone who is the coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs may be the greatest mercy that you can actually give to a human being.
I don't know why anyone would take the job, honestly. It's like being a goaltender at the Leafs and being the coach of the Leafs. Taking any job with the Leafs, it's like, I don't know why you'd put that stress onto your plate.
Like, you're a lifelong Leafs fan. You have watched this team since your infancy. If, for whatever reason, they're making a reality show where they see just some average guy can coach the team, would you honestly subject yourself to that?
No.
And like,
no.
29 other teams in the NHL. If someone came up to me, I'm a Red Wings fan. Doesn't even matter if it's Detroit. If someone came up and was like, we want you to coach an NHL team, I'm going to say yes. That sounds crazy enough to be fun.
There's too much scrutiny between the media and the fan base. I feel like coaching the Leafs has got to take years off of your life. It's almost like the Obama thing. Like you see the photos of him before he was president and afterwards.
It's just like, I feel bad, man, because like, imagine working at any other job. Even imagine what we do, right? Some point down the road, our time will come to an end and we'll be let go and the show will end. Imagine then going out, like reading the paper the next day or turning on TV and all you see is a bunch of experts being like, well, thank God he's gone.
Well, even your kids having to go to school and other kids saying to them, I think the thing with coaching the Leafs is like on paper, it looks attractive. It's almost like being at the bar and seeing like a super hot person and you're like, oh, damn. And you start talking with them.
I have to have that.
And then one of your boys is like, yo, don't do that. They got a lot of baggage, man. Like everybody in town knows about her kind of thing.
A lot of issues involved. I know it looks good, but you're going to regret it.
And for some reason, you think you can make it work. I'm telling you, you can't make it work, dude.
Brother, I can change her.
No, you can't.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Got another contender for headline of the year, and it does involve a Florida man, Dalby.
Okay.
Florida man throws feces at judge. Then the jury acquitted him.
What? Hang on. So he's in court.
Yes.
Throws feces at judge.
Correct.
And then leaves free man.
Let me break it down for you here.
Okay.
All right. So this guy, he's in the courtroom before closing arguments were set to begin in his burglary trial.
Okay. So he's on trial for something else.
This guy is in a wheelchair, and as he's getting ready to like make a statement, he starts, well, just flinging crap at the judge.
He had a loaded gun and he started to fire.
It does not end up hitting the judge, but obviously he makes a huge mess throughout the courtroom.
Yeah, it's one of those things very similar to horseshoes. Close is bad enough.
Apparently around 60 officers had to swarm him. They had to evacuate the area. According to people that were in the room, the guy was screaming, "It's protein. It's good for you," according to witnesses.
Oh, I'm not a dietitian, but I don't think that's true.
Allegedly, on top of that, he proceeded to eat some of the matter as well.
Oh, my God.
Now, here's where things worked out for the man.
Sure.
All right? He does this whole thing, but none of the jurors were there. The incident happened during the routine morning court calendar, right? None of the jury had been there yet.
They hadn't been brought in yet.
They didn't see anything there. So they cleared the area. They actually postponed it to the next day because it was obviously a hazardous area.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like a code brown at the swimming pool.
Where the next day they go through with the trial where the jury did not find him guilty of his initial charges of the burglary.
Damn. So the case is thrown out. Now, is there a second case pending? Like, I feel like that's assault, brother.
I've been trying to look on the internet to see if there's like been potential charges for throwing feces, because I feel like you're not allowed to do that, are you?
No, especially not in an aggressive manner. Like, this is clearly an attack. You're throwing is to try and make a statement.
Yeah.
He's going to be in front of, if not the same jury, at least a new one.
I mean, I don't even know what his plan was. Was he trying to play like go with the insanity kind of case or whatever?
Maybe.
Or was he just thinking he wasn't going to get off on it and he was like, well, yeah, one shot, one opportunity.
I mean, also, sometimes you gotta go. And now you got it. What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
He apparently thinks there's nutritional value to it.
This has easily got to be Florida Man of the Year story.
I don't know how you top it at this point.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
After talking about the wild Florida man story of him throwing his feces at a judge and the jury still acquitting him, we had a lot of requests for bad puns this morning.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the headline on this is pretty easy if you missed it. Florida man throws feces at judge, then the jury acquitted him. Charges are still pending in the case, so we'll feces where this goes.
Heyo. Florida man throws feces at judge, then the jury acquitted him. Talk about a rebuttal, am I right?
Florida man throws feces at judge, then the jury acquitted him. It seems the jury missed the outburst, which is just crappy timing for the prosecution.
Florida man throws feces at judge, then the jury acquitted him. The judge said he was going to lay down the law. I guess maybe the Florida man thought he said lay down a log.
Easy mistake to make.
You know, it happens.
Florida man throws feces at judge, then the jury acquitted him, and it does seem unlikely he'll have his record wiped clean after this.
Ah, nice. Sponsored by Dude Wipes. Florida man throws feces at a judge, then the jury acquitted him. It's safe to assume the defendant had been briefed.
And debriefed.
Yeah.
I've got one more. Florida man throws feces at judge, then the jury acquitted him. Yeah, the jury did their duty, but not before he did.
Oh, double duty. Okay, final one here. Florida man throws feces at judge, then the jury acquitted him. You know, sometimes you just have to throw everything at the bench and hope it sticks.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's Creed! With higher.
It really came in hot there.
Hey, good morning. My name is Brock.
I'm Dolby.
762-555, in your opinion, what would be the worst animal to deal with if they were drunk? Police in France.
Sorry, just a funny statement to say.
Police in France have recently issued an alert to drivers in a certain region to be advised that there are a lot of drunk deer in the area.
Drunk deer, like intoxicated alcohol-fueled deer.
Well, because there's so many vineyards and stuff like that. Oh. And there's actually like a cider distillery off of this one highway there.
So they're getting into the apples.
And there's videos that are going viral right now online of like these deers that are like running in circle. They're walking down in these fields and they're kind of like stumbling to the left, stumbling to the right. Like when you watch a drunk guy try and walk home.
Right. It looks like 3 o'clock outside a bar.
And then apparently they're just like darting into the road more than they already do. Sure. They're just drunk jaywalking at this point.
They don't have the fear of the headlights anymore. They've got that liquor courage.
Exactly. So cops have actually had to issue a statement in this region to pay attention for inebriated deer.
God, are the deer, like, is it all times of the day? Are the deer day drinking, or are they trying to keep it to business
Pretty
hours?
much, man. So is even some of these like vineyards and this distillery itself, they're trying to put fences up around there, but it's too expensive for them to do that, right?
That's the thing. Like, obviously you want to try and take care of the wildlife, but at some point, you know, profits and easy, just being able to access your own product, like they need to get to the apples.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And then I was curious. I did some digging online. I looked up what is the most drunk animal in the world.
What a search.
I didn't get a specific answer for that, but there's a lot of other countries that have problems with this. Like in Sweden, they have a problem with the moose that are also getting drunk on fermented apples and doing the exact same thing around autumn.
Damn, you ever see a moose eat an apple too? Like they get into that stuff.
Yeah. Apparently, out in Africa, elephants are often cited as getting drunk on fermented marulula fruit. I don't know what that is.
No idea what it is, but a drunk elephant sounds terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying.
What do you do? That's like, we talk about like drunk driving and how dangerous it is to be drunk behind the wheel of the car. What if the car itself was drunk? That's what the elephant is.
Right. And then there's tons of like monkeys and stuff in other places, especially kind of like resort towns where not even just fruit, where they'll literally go up on the beach and start sipping on people's drinks.
Stealing beverages.
And then they get pretty cranky after that. So
a monkey with a hangover
even things as like fruit flies, apparently they get pretty banged up too. I mean, not as bad as an elephant or a monkey, you may think, but
just somehow you can hear the stumbling when they're buzzing by your ear.
It got me thinking though, like, do you think mosquitoes can catch a buzz if like you're sitting on a patio and you're getting pretty buckled there and they start suckling on you? Do you think like your blood alcohol level transfers over to them?
If you're over the legal limit, can they fly afterwards, or do they need like, I need to sit?
There's a reason why they all hang around those patios. They got a problem.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Steve, you were saying working at the jail, you deal with drunk Canadian geese all the time?
Whenever we catch the inmates with brew, it's usually a great big garbage bag full of mushed up fruit and bread and fermenting. We take it outside, and there's these big drains in the middle of the yard that we dump it into, and then see the geese come up and just start picking at all the fruit. And I've never actually been assaulted by a goose, but some of them get real surly in the afternoon, so I'm pretty sure that's the one.
Well, yeah, they're not going to assault you. You're the hookup.
You ever seen a drunk get mad at a bartender? They don't care.
Valid point, Steve.
But yes, a drunk Canada goose, they're here.
That is absolutely terrifying.
I do wonder, though, like, if the geese are getting drunk and then getting hung over in the afternoons, you think they wouldn't honk so loud? Oh, shh, calm down.
We got a lot of text of obviously things like kangaroos, bears. Honey badger was texted in a lot there. Honey badger's already just a drunk guy anyway.
You can't convince me they're currently sober.
Kevin, you were saying raccoons, right?
Let's just say that one time I went out to the trailer and forgot to put the doggy door on the hatch of the house, and the coon came in the house with all the lights off, no dogs were home, and rummaged through the house, ate all the dog food, went into the basement, into my bedroom and the bathroom, and I find piles of diarrhea everywhere.
God.
Yeah, raccoons are basically just like little drunk people. They're getting into garbage. They're causing a mess. They're sleeping with everything.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, honestly, you can't convince me the raccoons I've seen near my house aren't already drunk. Like the way they'll climb into the garbage, tip the bin over, smashing around out there. Also, what, you can get a pizza crust I didn't finish? Calm down, bud.
I feel like raccoons are probably getting into more than just booze, to be honest, the way they act. I wouldn't be surprised if they took the copper wire from your house.
Probably, yeah.
A raccoon going down the street with your catalytic converter.
Oh, yeah. They're little bandits, right?
They got the mask for it.
All right, we got one more person on the line here. What are you thinking? What would be the worst drunk animal to deal with, in your opinion?
I've been thinking about it ever since you asked. So I've been putting different things around. Like it'd be hard to catch fish if they're swimming sideways. There's another animal that crossed my mind too. I was thinking about like turtles. Like you think turtles are slow? Well, get them drunk and then puff them a little green wally and see how slow they get.
I just feel like you're going to find a lot of upside down turtles if they start drinking.
Yeah, you're going to be breaking for turtles a lot more.
I think if the fish were drunk, they wouldn't even be biting. They'd just be sitting around watching, going, it's quite the day.
Don't have the energy to bite.
Brother, have you ever been drunk at 2 a.m.? You're more hungry than anything. What are you talking about? That'd be the best time to go fishing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that part. You get the munchies.
We're not using worms as bait anymore. We're using corn dogs, street meat.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball.
All right, Jays got a big win last night. Finally closing off their 3-game losing skid there. But you know what? Yesterday, we did not talk Looney Dog stats because on Tuesday night, they had the 4th Looney Dog game of the season.
That's right.
Got to give a big round of applause to Jays fans.
How'd we do?
These aren't official numbers, but allegedly, Jays fans ate over 96,000 hot dogs on Tuesday night there.
Damn, that's an impressive number. 96 is a big number, especially when you factor in The Jays suck right now. They're not playing good baseball, which means people are coming out to the park for the dogs.
So rough estimate on the season, we're clocking in around 387,000 hot dogs. So that goal of 1 million is getting closer and closer.
Still a lot of baseball left to be played, a lot of dogs left to be sold.
It's crazy to think that there's been $387,000 spent on hot dogs alone this year, you know?
It is a startling number when you put it that way.
And I was thinking, it's crazy to think that $387,000 in hot dogs can barely even buy you a damn house in this province.
Damn, that's true. If you took every dollar made on dogs on Looney Dog Night, you are still probably having to contact a mortgage broker.
Easily. So I was trying to break down some math because we always do weird math with these Looney Dog stats.
Yes.
So according to the Municipal Property Assessment Corporation here in Ontario, a newly built single detached home in Ontario is about 2,383 square feet. Okay. So the structural weight of a standard house that side is roughly 137,237 kilograms.
Damn.
Of physical materials. You know, that's your lumber, your framing, your drywall. Now, they say the hot dog equivalent, since one standard hot dog weighs about 45.36 grams.
Sorry, I don't want to, before the big reveal, don't say they say. No one else is saying. This is all you.
I did the math on this. I am they. I am them.
Hit us with the number.
So if the standard hot dog weighs 45.36 grams, and you take the math from what I said of the structural weight of the average single detached home in Ontario, you would need to pile exactly 3,025,502 hot dogs to equally structure the mass of an average Ontario single detached home.
So there you go. If you're going to a Looney Dog game at Skydome at all this year and you're putting in the work, you're helping to build a hot dog house.
or if you're looking at houses right now, start looking at homes in hot dog value.
Yeah. I don't think, babe, with what you make, what I make with the kids, I don't think we're looking at anything over 2 million hot dogs. I just don't think it's in the budget.
Mess with your real estate a little bit and you'd be like, did you say this was 2,300 square feet? It's like 3 million hot dogs.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Bring Me the Horizon. It's in the middle of a tour right now.
I just saw them last week.
That's right. They have a show in St. Louis the other day, and someone threw a phone onto the stage, and it hit the singer Ollie Sykes in the head. Listen to this clip.
Threw a phone at my Cheers, that was sick.
That was sick.
I like game respect game. Like, don't hit me with your phone, but like crazy shot.
Yeah.
And between this and the other day, we talked about Eric Clapton got hit by a vinyl in the chest at the end of his show. It's like, why are we throwing stuff at the shows now?
I'll say, I think it's not even like a hate thing. I've been to a lot of shows, and I think people are trying to get videos on their phone of artists to like take a selfie or whatever. Or like I see people throw shirts up to try and get them signed all the time. It's just like everybody just doesn't have concert etiquette anymore. They're just thinking about themselves.
Like, is this a post-COVID thing? Like, we forgot how to be out in public? And like, even like you mentioned t-shirts. Like, I get that. Like, soft, not going to hurt anybody. If you don't get it back, you're probably only out depending on what you paid at the merch booth. Like, I cannot imagine throwing my phone in the hopes that I get a picture and get it back in one piece.
I will say this. Maybe it was someone else in the crowd that threw someone else's phone. Because I've stood in the pit at a few shows where there's just people that are taking videos the entire damn concert.
The full length.
And I've thought about it where I'm like, I want to throw that freaking thing. Because you're just watching the show through their phone because they're blocking you the whole time.
I never thought about the angle of, like, in my head, it was just like, this is crazy to throw your phone. It's just like, concert tickets cost so much money now, especially if you're in a position where you could throw your phone and hit the stage. Mm-hmm. You paid a lot of money. Phone costs a lot. I never thought of the angle of maybe it was somebody else's phone.
It's everything that you just said. Someone else is like, I spent way too much money to be here, to be blocked by your phone this whole time. Now I'm going to let you actually enjoy the show.
It just feels like this sudden rash, like, I think about the Eric Clapton thing. I think about this. And then going back, like the last thing I can really think of was what that Nickelback show where Chad Kroeger got hit by rocks.
Yeah, that's completely different.
That's a long time ago.
That's completely different.
Not a fan.
No one wanted him to know what a rock felt like. That was.
You don't think someone wanted him to sign the rock and throw it back?
No. It's a nice thought, though.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Hey, I got an interesting story about throwing stuff on the stage.
Okay.
So this was like 22 years ago or something at the Bell Center in Montreal. I saw Cypress Hill.
Sick.
It's a very weird combination. It was Cypress Hill, Offspring, and MXPX.
That's a
amazing
dope concert.
But not surprisingly, during Cypress Hill, it was just raining joints onto the stage. And at one point, like a roadie or someone came out, picked up a whole bunch of joints, went backstage for like 20 minutes, and then came back out with 3 big gigantic joints and just threw them into the crowd.
That's sick.
Those unfortunately, I wasn't on the floor, but then those got passed around on the floor.
I have to ask though, like I get why Cypress Hill, or at least their people, would just gather that all up and redistribute it because you can't trust the people throwing stuff. But also, if you're in the crowd, should you smoke that? Should you not just be like, I'll pass?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't on the floor, so I didn't get to partake. I probably would have when I was like 18, whatever.
I think I'd be more bummed if I threw my doobie on stage and I didn't get to hit one of those big rigs that came out into the crowd.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we talked yesterday about being wary of drinking milk at other people's houses. Never mind smoking strangers' joints.
Hey, it was a different time, man. It was back when you could actually trust
exactly.
people.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Hey, it's Brock and Dalby. How's it going?
Hey, it's going. I was thinking about this, and the one animal you do not want to get impaired is a gorilla.
That takes the whole theory of 100 men versus one gorilla to a whole nother level, dude.
but just think about it, like a gorilla on fermented fruit.
Yeah, that's just King Kong, dude.
That's the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
Which would explain a few things. I also climb buildings when I'm drunk.
I've done similar.
I think we all have. A lot of people with some great suggestions here on the text line at 762-555. Someone said an octopus because you'd have to hold all its tentacles back while they're puking.
Also, I don't know about you. I'm a drunk hugger. Now imagine a drunk octopus.
The tentacles sticking to you?
The tentacles just, come on in here, man.
Dude, even just getting inked by an octopus?
Oh, God, why?
Which leads into the other person that texted in at 762-555 saying a drunk llama just spitting at you.
Dude, drunk llama is going to start a fight.
Yeah.
Maybe not a fight he can back up either.
Adam texted in and said, there's the term drunk as a skunk. What about a drunk skunk?
Interesting. I would wonder, like, would a skunk have performance issues? You know what I mean? Happens to the best of us when you're drinking. Now all of a sudden he puts the sprayer up and he can't get it to go.
Dude, imagine a skunk with beer farts. Oh my God.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's not unusual to see modern generations taking after their parents or maybe even their grandparents in terms of like bringing back nostalgia trends.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to see this one, though. Apparently, across the northeast sector of the United States, it's become almost impossible to buy a hacky sack.
Hacky sack is back?
Because they're sold out everywhere.
Damn.
People are buying foot bags, whether they're hacky sack branded or not, and they're hacky sacking at school or on TikTok or making videos.
You know, that really doesn't surprise me because it seems like everything from like the early 2000s is popular again. Like yesterday, I saw a kid riding his bike wearing Janko jeans, an unbuttoned flame bowling shirt, and what I swear were like the beefiest DC shoes of all time. Feels like I'm time traveling. Like the children are yearning for the aura that we possess.
It's so funny too, because like it cycles. Because you say that as like a reflection of your childhood, and then I'm like, did you also find me from my childhood? And even hacky sack. Like I remember hacky sacking in front of my college in Edmonton in 2001. But obviously, like, it goes back as far as, like, the 70s. Like, people are hacky sacking at Woodstock.
True, yeah.
And it's so crazy to now, like, open TikTok and swipe and see like 3 Gen Alpha kids trying to do hacky sack kicks.
But like I said, I think it's like mainly this early 2000s vibe, because even look at all the music that's popular right now. We've talked about the Limp Bizkits and the Corns and the Evanescence or whatever, like making this huge comeback, and all the big clothes and everything. Kids are getting highlights in their hair and whatnot now. Frosted Tips has made the comeback too. Hell, Pokemon cards is back hard now too.
Dude, that stuff is out of control. Although, like, I was thinking about something you said on the show a few weeks ago. I don't even remember what the topic was, but we were talking about a trend with the young people. And you said, you know, at least they're getting outside. And that's what I've been thinking about since I started reading about this hacky sack thing. Is like, it might feel a little bit weird that they're co-opting this old game, but like, it would be refreshing to go outside and see if 3 kids standing out on a street corner hacky sacking instead of on their phones.
Sure. Next, we need devil sticks to make a comeback too.
I don't know that we're ready for devil sticks.
They have hacky sacks making a comeback. We need devil sticks and we need Heelys to make a huge comeback.
If I look outside and see kids going down my sidewalk in Heelys, I can't promise you I won't turn into an old man.
We need all of that, and then I'll add salvia to the list too.
Definitely not the salvia. Definitely not the salvia.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
With everything from the early 2000s making a comeback, what do you want to see make a comeback? What's your answer?
My answer is the Walkman. I remember going to school with the tapes, the CDs, then turned into the MP3 players. And now your only option is a phone. It'd be nice to bring back the old school music players.
I could see it making a comeback because physical media in itself, like we've seen it with vinyl records, even cassettes had like a weird hipster run a few years ago. I'm even starting to see trends of kids buying CDs again because they think it's nostalgically cool.
That's for sure. For me, just to date myself, we're trying to find something for our kids, and there's nothing anymore that you can buy, like even just an old iPod or anything, and anything that's really affordable anyways.
I did think it was funny. I saw another article on the internet the other day that wired headphones are making a comeback too.
Now that seems a little bit odd to me, but that's cool. Bring back the old school stuff.
Yeah, bring back CD skipping. Kids need to know what that's like.
Need to know how to suffer a bit. I also saw somebody text in saying, how about bring back yo-yos?
Yo-yos.
We made fun of kids who were good at the yo-yo way too hard. Like, that takes a lot of skill to develop that talent. I think yo-yos should come back.
I can barely get it to come back up, man.
That's what I'm saying. Also, a shocking amount of people who texted in that the thing that needs to come back is Pogs.
Yeah, like 20 different people.
Which, like, I agree. Although I will say, if we're already worried about like all the bed ads and stuff like that, like Pogs was just straight up teaching kids about gambling. Like, me and the fellas would get together at recess and you could swing 100 Pogs up or down depending on your luck.
But listen, this goes back to what we said previously. The whole thing is to get people off of their phones. Imagine if everybody in the workplace was just gambling with Pogs on their lunch break. That'd be sick, wouldn't it?
Come around the corner of the job site, everybody's like squatted down behind the trailer playing Pogs.
That's how we can take down the online gambling problem.
We bring it back to the real world.
We got someone else on the line. You had another game you wanted to see make a comeback?
Yeah, lawn darts.
You just want to see kids get hurt again.
Yeah, I never got hurt. It was all fine.
That's right. Yeah, you know, a lot of us made it out of the lawn dart era in one piece.
Well, you hear that. He said he never got hurt, but did anybody you play with?
Not that I can recall.
See, I'm fully with you. I had lawn darts, the sharp ones, not the dulled, soft ones. And it was thrilling to watch those things come down. The only reason I don't think it can make a comeback is these kids don't put the phone down. You know what I mean? Someone's gonna take a lawn dart to the camera lens at some point.
Hey man, if you're talking about filming things, can we bring back jackass stunts? I feel like, you know, everybody wants kids to be outside. Get in a shopping cart in a parking lot and push your buddy into the curb. That's good old fun.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Choose your destiny. Flawless victory.
All right, it is Mortal Kombat week here on the show, and we've got $100 in Lotto 649 tickets to give away for Saturday's jackpot.
Toasty!
That is the impression that we are looking for here this morning. I'm very excited to hear a lot of gentlemen's voice get very high as they try to attempt.
That's the thing. If you are even thinking of sending in a voice memo for this and you don't give it in the falsetto, which is how it was done in the game, like, don't even bother. If you come, Toasty.
We need you to get high here. Toasty. Which is probably the only time you're allowed to do that before work. Toasty. All right. We're going to play a bunch of Toasty impressions. If you're not one of them, you can be a judge. 762-555. Let us know who gets the highest. Toasty. We'll start with this one here.
Toasty.
Sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Took a few runs at it, but his phone was just not cooperating.
I think we might hear a lot of fellas' voice crack this morning here.
Which is amazing. For some of you, it'll be the first time since your teens.
We got Landon.
This is Landon, and this is my Toasty impression. Toasty!
Ooh, that was good. That was good.
We got Ivan.
Hey, it's Ivan.
Yeah, a little wobble at the back end. But man, what range on Ivan to go from the deep to the high?
Absolutely.
Very impressive.
If he had just cleared his throat after that cigarette, it might have been a little bit better. All right, we got Kyle.
Toasty!
It's all right.
Not bad.
It's all right. Grant.
Toasty!
There's the voice crack.
A little crack.
Dylan.
This is Dylan.
Toasty!
Voice crack again. Yes. Second puberty for everyone. Bruno here.
Hey, it's Bruno. Here's my Toasty impression.
That's deep.
Toasty!
Wow!
That might be the one.
That's impressive,
Okay,
Bruno.
I'll do two more.
Toasty!
That's good.
It's okay.
It's not bad.
We got Chris.
Hey, this is Chris. This is my Toasty!
Very good.
That's pretty good,
That's
too.
very on note. I have to say it again. It's not necessarily what I was looking for coming in, but I'm very impressed with the range of, there was a couple guys in there that went from super deep to super high.
Ivan and Bruno for sure.
Yeah, Bruno, I think, because Ivan had a little bit of the gravel.
Yeah.
I think Bruno's was my favorite.
I'd like to give a round of applause to all the gentlemen who had a voice crack for the first time since they went through puberty. But what's the text line saying here?
Text line is saying, Bruno, go Bruno. Bruno hands down from Shane.
All right, we'll give it to Bruno.
Here's my Toasty impression.
Toasty!
You get the ding and the round of applause. And $100 in Lotto 649 tickets. And you get to get high before work.
Toasty!
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Are you gonna send a text? 762-555. It's time to ask a question to me and my friend Dalby. Are you gonna send a text? 762-555. You can ask us anything that's on your mind.
Ooh, I got real smooth with it there.
It's time to text in the ears, baby. First one, I'll let you field this, Dalby.
Okay.
It says, how are we feeling about WWE since the TKO takeover?
I think the best way to answer that question is WrestleMania, biggest wrestling event of the year. I look forward to it for a full calendar year. It's usually 3 to 4 hours in length as a show. And this year, night one, out of that 4 hours, roughly 1 hour was actual wrestling.
Too much celebrity stuff. I mean, I'm not even paying attention, but that's what it seems like.
I don't care about Jelly Roll. I'm sure he's a fine gentleman. I don't want to see him on my wrestling show anymore. Get him out of there. Too many ads, too many celebrities.
So what you're saying is bring Vince McMahon back.
Whoa, no.
Is that not what you're saying?
No.
All right. Someone said, do you guys think we are living in a simulation? I hope not, man.
If this is the best that programmers could come up with, like, we could probably stop with all the tragic DLC we keep getting.
Yeah, they're most definitely running on a terrible engine. Also, like, has nobody found the cheat codes? Technically, that's not true. I guess there's rich people that have found the cheat codes. So.
You tell me Elon Musk made his money without some sort of game genie.
I wish there was, like, a magazine that you could get that was like up, up, down, turn left.
Yeah. Instead of Nintendo power, it's just life power.
Yeah.
Someone actually sent in a text for you, Jason, and we get this every year, and it bothers you, so that's why I love it. The Habs are the only Canadian team left in the playoffs. Will you be cheering for Montreal?
No. Why does everybody ask this every single year?
Finish the question.
I hate the whole, you got to cheer for the Canadian team. You got to cheer. Would you guys cheer for the Leafs? I say this every year, too. You wouldn't. You would not cheer for the Leafs. I'm not going to cheer for the Montreal Canadiens.
There would be a small part of me, if the Wings were out and the Leafs were in the finals, that would want a good thing to happen to you.
Well, that's sweet.
But there's also a part of me that knows that it could be our most listened to episode the next morning after they get eliminated, of people tuning in just to see if you're still alive.
And that's why I love you, because you got a good heart, but you got a good business sense too. Someone said, if every animal in the world suddenly gained human level intelligence, what do you think would happen? Just more war.
Yeah, honestly, if they're all smart enough to be able to start inventing and building and socializing and things like that, you already see it. Like, there's already studies in like chimpanzees and other monkeys that they are very tribalistic. They'll go to war against each other based on which tree they live in.
Not even that. Think about the bugs.
Oh, God.
If the bugs got human intelligence, we'd be done for.
Our number one defense against mosquitoes right now is a small little coil that makes them think there's a fire, or a giant bright light that electrocutes them when they touch it.
Well, they talk about how strong ants are.
Yeah.
If the ants got human intelligence, we're all screwed, baby.
Yeah. It's probably the end of us.
All right, I'll wrap up with this one here. It says, what nationality is your phone's GPS setting? Like for Google Maps or Apple Maps?
Mine's boring. I just have the default setting. I've never really thought to go into it. I do know that there are people who will choose like a British female voice as their GPS or their assistant or whatever.
I find that too condescending.
Well, people say it feels soothing, but I also understand from your point of view of like, every time they're telling you missed your exit.
Imagine if there was like a super Canadian GPS voice that was like, hey, bud, make a Randy over here.
Oh, hey, bud, you're going to need to get into the left lane for a Larry and 2 lights.
Yeah. If you need darts, there's a Circle K up the road. You know how instead of telling you that there's like a cop on the side of the road, there's a beer store on the left there, bud.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.